It's Miss Kia Waters, and you're watching Elite ATL Live. I'm here with another guest who you need to know. It is DawnDe1.
Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to be here. Glad to be here.
Hi, Dawn. Now tell me a little bit about yourself, because I know, let me tell you something. Dawn has come all the way from Birmingham, Alabama today, honey.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. My elite fleet need to know.
Awesome. Most definitely. Well, I go by the name of DawnDe1 from Birmingham, Alabama. I am a musician. I'm an artist. I have my hands in many things. I've been in the music industry for a little minute. I've done shows, I've done showcases, I've helped artists. So now I'm just glad to be here in the city and then just see where things go.
What's the music industry, looking like over in Birmingham?
We have a lot of artists.
Okay.
We have a lot of artists.
Talent out there, huh?
A lot of talent. I can't tell you how many artists that I've worked with, and just so much music,
Right.
so much talent. And so we're in a pretty good position right now.
Okay.
So it's just, I can't wait to see what really pop out in the city.
Now it's levels to this thing.
Yeah.
Atlanta is a whole different cookie when
You're
it
right
comes to
about that.
entertainment.
Right.
So I think you're definitely in the right spot coming out here to Atlanta and letting people know what you got going on.
Yeah.
You're doing these showcases. Tell me about your attendance to showcases and things here in Atlanta.
Well, I have done shows here in Atlanta. I did majority of my shows in Birmingham. I've done, different shows, personally myself as an artist at different cities.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, being here in Atlanta, I'm working on my own personal project that I'm putting together. I stepped away from the showcases. My last show I did was in August of last year. We was able to give out a record deal last year.
Okay.
So now it's like I just want to kind of work on my own personal project.
I feel that.
Putting together, and hopefully some of the artists that I come across, we can make some magic.
Okay, I like that. So you were able to bless another artist with a record deal. Tell me about that.
That was amazing. That was actually, it was almost like spur of the moment. And my people hit me up and was like, "Yo, we want to do something a little special for my last show," and we was able to put that together. We actually, I forgot the artist's name, started with like a CJ, but it was from Florida.
Okay.
It was from Orlando, Florida, and it was nice. They tore the crowd up. It was crazy. But it was good.
Okay, now this is what I like to hear: artists and creators supporting each other and giving them a leg up. Because let me tell you something: when they get up there, you right behind them. You know what I'm saying? And now you're coming out here to Atlanta, baby. You're on Elite ATL Live, baby. A large majority of my audience, my elite fleet, is Atlanta as natives as well as the entertainment music industry. So it's about time you tell them who you are, what you got going. Pop your head.
Real talk. Well, like I said, hey, my name is DawnDe1, and artist on the project I'm working on is called Finally Home from December 31st.
Nice.
The last project I put out was Finally Home. It did pretty good. So with this particular project, I kind of just want to take a different avenue, but then at the same time, I don't want to get too far away from the roots.
Okay, what's the roots?
The roots, you know what I'm saying? Like, that back home, the country, the hood, like from the real ghetto. You know what I'm saying? But I want to tell a different story from that perspective.
Now, is it R&B? Is it hip hop? Is it rap? Oh, it's a long song. You heard that?
a little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both with a twist to it.
Okay, a little bit of both with a twist. So that tells me that you can harmonize.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Okay. All right. So we need to be looking for Finally Home.
Exactly. Finally Home from December 31st.
Okay.
For real. So
what does that date or what does that title specify or mean to you?
Okay. Let me rewind the clock. If it was okay. Let me rewind the clock. The last time me and you did an interview was a couple of years back. And I was in South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And when I was in South Carolina, I was dealing with a little situation. I was on vacation, but I was also dealing with a situation.
Okay, so a mixture of the two.
Yeah. But now that I'm working on this project,
Okay.
fast forward, finally home is very personal to me because it's like coming back home, and now that I'm far away from all of those problems and that negativity,
leave them in the past,
you know what I'm
baby. Leave them
saying?
in the past.
It's like a breath of fresh air. So it's like now I'm it's like a rebirth.
I'm happy about that.
You know
I
what
like
I'm
that
saying?
for you.
Oh yeah, thank
Oh,
you.
I'm here for the rebirth.
Rebirth.
Yes,
you
because
know
I'm trying to tell you, anytime, you go through, we call it a tower moment, a spiritual element, a tower moment where your tower falls, and you have to rebuild back up from the rubble.
Like from the ashes, you know what I'm saying?
Rising from the ashes. And when you rise, you come out that much stronger, that much smarter, wiser.
Exactly.
All of the things, so I'm here for your rebirth, and congratulations to you for standing back on all 10. They call it 10 toes down.
It got to stand 10 toes down always.
Congratulations to you for that. Okay, so if you want to hear some music, that got meaning behind it, personal as well as, entertainment, because you're going to rock with it. You know what I'm saying? You need to be listening to Finally Home by DawnDe1.
Exactly. Coming soon.
Okay, coming soon. Give them your Instagram.
All right, you can follow me on Instagram at Tayson Parrell, TaysonParell.
Okay, that's Tayson Parrell on Instagram. So you make sure that you follow him and his movements. You got a YouTube page?
YouTube page. Follow me at DawnDe1. DawnDe, the number 1.
Okay, there you go. So y'all got that information. I'm going to put it right there. Don't worry about it.
Most definitely.
Okay, so tell me about what your 2026 is looking like this year.
Oh, man.
We're already in March.
Well, I will say this, with this being my birthday month, going in March 28th.
Are we giving Pisces?
You know, those Aries.
We giving
Aries always. I'm venturing over to a new venture as well with music, dealing with real estate.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Former real estate investing, and partnered with a particular agency. So it's like I have the music side as well as we also doing the business side as well.
I'm here for the business side as well.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like reaching back and just trying to help people, further along, either sell their home or buy a home.
Okay. Are you a realtor?
No, I'm an investor.
An investor.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know
so what does the audience or your clientele look like? Someone looking to buy or sell, like you said?
Yeah, buy or sell.
Okay.
Buy or sell. So we just facilitate, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you work with realtors or how does that
we work with realtors, we work with agents, we work with brokers, we work with everyone.
Okay. So if you're looking to buy or sell a home, you make sure that you tap in with DawnDe1, get in his DMs, okay?
Exactly.
He's going to help you with that, get you in a spot or get you out of one.
I promise you.
I promise you.
I'm just, like I even told my team, I said, right now, for 2026, we kind of like in a rebranding stage. One thing I like about Jay-Z, is that he didn't just stay an artist. He also became a businessman. And knowing how to be a businessman past just being an artist, that's an important thing, especially to an artist's longevity and career, because some artists get stagnant and just trying to make music. And it's so many different avenues.
Absolutely.
So many different ways to be in this field, to be in this industry.
And, as an artist, it is being an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
Because it is a business behind it. Yeah. And learning all the different fields and all the different, levels and titles, and having that experience can only further your experience and your progress as an artist. Yeah, because you get, titled with your business.
I'm telling you. There's so many ways to elevate.
Absolutely, yes.
There's too many ways to elevate.
So what's the name of your firm?
With my particular agency I'm with is the Dickerson Brown Realty Group.
Okay.
It's a part of the company Dickerson Agency. So that's based out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
So, but we work in all 50 states.
Okay, I was going to ask about that. Okay.
I will provide information so that way we can be reached, but you can search it up on Facebook, Dickerson Agency.
Okay.
So we definitely we trying to move forward with everything.
I like that. And you said you have a team.
Oh yes. Yeah. But one thing about me, even though I do have people that are with me, I'm always open to working with anyone that's serious and just willing to, we help each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as we help each other, we help each other grow, then no matter what's going on, we can always reach new heights. So
Absolutely.
we can always reach new heights.
Now, what are you looking forward to the most in 2026?
Oh man, everything.
I know that's
Everything.
because I ain't going to minimize nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Everything.
Anything.
You know,
Anything good.
Exactly. You
Yes.
know? But at the same time, you know what? I'm going to say this. Even though we all want the positive, even sometimes in life, sometimes negativity comes with it. But I've gotten to a point in my life where it's like I accept both.
Right.
Because you got to have a little bit of both yin and yang.
Yes.
You know, because without both, there's not balance.
That's wise.
You know?
But you gotta know how to deal with the negative.
Exactly.
You gotta build up those that strength, those tools in you to be able to say, okay, negativity is coming my way. This is how I'm gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna let it knock me out of alignment. You know what I'm saying? Knock me off my path. Yeah, navigating those waters. Exactly. Do you feel like you have, build up a toolkit to be able to deal with those negativity when it comes?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Everything that I have been through has made me who I am. So it's like where in the past I probably was like, oh my God, how I'm gonna, but now, I'm on 10.
I know that's
right.
give us some advice. Give my elite fleet some ideas and some skills that you have learned to help you to level up.
Oh man, just knowing how to deal with pressure, knowing how to deal with life, knowing how to just stay calm in all situations. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the noise be so loud.
Yeah.
And most people just like they let it get to them too quick. And then you make a quick decision, they could cause you to make a quick mistake.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's definitely the majority of the culture got this thing where, somebody tests you, you gotta come back
you gotta
with
react,
that
you gotta react.
aggressive energy. But I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not going to jail. I got things to do. It's not that serious for me.
It's always about knowing what to do and how to do it. And sometimes it's not even what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? And I've realized in life, some things don't even deserve energy.
That too. And then there's communication. Sometimes, you never know what that person is going through, why they acting all crazy with the negative energy coming out of them towards you, because you didn't even do nothing. It may just be something that they got going on and they projected.
And you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not worth, you knocking you off your track.
I promise you.
Taking your energy down, all the things.
Yeah, you overreacting, and now you just, So I've gotten to the point where in my life where it's like, okay, cool, I let everything come to me, and then I just deal with it.
Yes.
But then some things I just like, I laugh it off because it's not worth my energy.
Right. and that's when you kind of just have to be what they call like let it roll off your
just roll it off and just like, okay.
This is not that serious.
Especially when you have goals.
When you got goals, you can't let stuff just knock you off alignment. You put work into those goals every day.
You got goals and it's like, I'm not gonna let nothing get me off my focus.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let nothing get me off my focus. I've came too far. And I'm not finna go back.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not starting off from scratch because you got an attitude today.
You get what I'm saying? I ain't got time because I gotta be stress free.
Yes.
That's a song I put out years ago called Stress Free.
Okay. Oh, y'all know to be looking for stress free now.
You know what I'm saying? And the killing part about it was when I wrote the song, I was stressed. But I envisioned myself not being stressed and having a better life. And sometimes even when you're going through what you're going through, you have to see past what you're going through and like, you know what? That's a goal. So I'm gonna do what I have to do to navigate and get there.
Absolutely.
So.
I love that.
Yeah, it's just life is. I look at life as a journey.
It is a journey, and your mind has a lot to do with how that journey goes. Yeah. Whether you're up or whether you go down.
True.
If you're speaking negativity out into the world and you're reacting before and not planning. You know what I'm saying? Your life is gonna go on, and it's gonna be chaos, honey. And you're not gonna be on track, and you're not gonna get much done, unfortunately.
Exactly. You don't want to trick yourself out of position. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people trick themselves out of position, and knowing how to stay in position. Knowing how to stay on point. It's like, okay, cool, I heard that, but you know what? I ain't gonna let it get to me. You know.
What do people not know about you that you want them to know about you?
Oh man. Okay. Uh, I like to say I'm an open book, but I mean, when it comes to all of us, it's layers.
It's layers.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And it's like um, knowing how close you want people to get to you. Because what I've come to realize in life, there are some things that everyone should know. Then there are some things it's like only your friends should know. Because you'll know who's really have your back and who don't. And we live in an era and live in a time where a lot of people want everyone to know everything. And then they get mad when, oh man, why y'all talking about my life? But you just told everything. You just told you showed the world everything.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, with me, it's like, okay, cool. If we're friends, you'll know. And then it's like, okay, if we just cool, it's like, all right, well, only so far.
Right. No,
Only
I
so
get that.
far.
So
You know
you're
what I'm
very
saying?
hesitant, or I wouldn't say hesitant. I would say you're very detailed,
Yeah.
and you practice discernment when it comes to what you post on
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah. Well, even when it comes to social media, I maintain a business presence. Either it's music or business. I don't do too much personal because, like I said, certain things you just.
Well, I feel like your personal is personal.
Yeah, keep it private.
I mean, it's like it's in the word. It's
You know
in
what I'm
the
saying? Like there's certain things you should keep private. Because a lot of people be wanting, well, I want everyone to know the real me, and sometimes everybody need to know the real, like something you need to keep, because even when it comes to being an artist, the difference between like a Michael Jackson and some artists of today, when Michael Jackson got on that stage, his presence, his aura spoke first before the music, because it's a mystery. He was like a mystery to all of us.
Okay, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't know everything, even though some people was like, well, because everyone know like rumors and stuff that went around about him.
Right.
But like knowing him, the real him, only his friends and family knew that. And I believe as an artist, you should still maintain like that aura. Mystery
a level
about
of
you.
mystery.
Yeah, so that way it also keeps the people interested.
Okay, I like that. Okay. Oh, so in other words, I don't want people to know nothing about me.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna say not nothing.
But business and you as an artist.
Yes.
And that's it.
Exactly.
For now.
You
Until
know what I'm
you cross
saying?
these boundaries.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because,
And then you really get to know DawnDe1. Okay.
Because I mean, like I said, you always want to maintain a level of professionalism. If you get what I'm saying.
I feel that.
But if you consider someone your friend, and for me, I tell everyone, if I consider you a friend, I consider you family.
Yeah.
Because I don't consider everyone family. But if I consider you a friend, then you're a family. And so that way, yeah, you can know, or sure we can, sure. But you first got to make sure that people are who they are.
Oh, you gotta. Now, let me tell you. Let me ask you this. Regarding how you evaluate people, because we're in the day and age with social media. Man. People pop in your DMs. You go out. You meet people.
Yeah.
How do you assess whether a person is going to be, in your life at all?
Okay. It depends on the person.
Of course.
I always go off the first 5 minutes of a conversation with a person. You can tell whether or not you're going to be good friends, or it's just going to be whatever in like the first 5 minutes. Because depending on what the conversation is about. Because most people tell on themselves.
You let them lead.
Yeah. I let a person reveal who they are. Because most people will tell you what they're about if you listen. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But a lot of times sometimes we don't listen, and we just talk, but we don't listen to what's being said to us.
That's just that third eye.
Exactly, and so as long as you're listening, you really shouldn't have a problem, even with, let's say, any certain things I've dealt with in the past, or maybe things I might be dealing with now. A lot of times for me, as an individual, I be knowing what people will do, but it's up to me whether or not I want to deal with it or allow it. Because a lot of times you already know who's real, who's fake. A lot of times, because I be on social media sometimes, and I just read comments and I watch the videos. You know how we all do, just scroll across the page.
And based on their content and what they are saying and doing, you get an idea of their personality, what they take seriously, and you know how they feel about certain topics.
Yeah, but that's at the same time, that's also gonna be a trick, because sometimes what people post is not who they are. You know, so it's like you almost have to get to know the real person. That's if you want to.
If you want to.
You know what I'm saying? And when you do meet the real person and you have a conversation, that's when you get to hear what they're talking about.
It's landmines out here, honey. You gotta be careful. You don't know who you gonna meet, if it's gonna turn into something that's gonna blow up in your face. You gotta be careful for who you let into your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because what I've learned, your circle determines your success.
Yes, it does.
Your friends determine the people in your circle determines your success, because a lot of times people feel as if, I just need myself. Nobody ever became successful by themselves. It took a team of people or 2 or 3 individuals to believe in you and push you to higher heights. You know what I'm saying? And get on board with you and say, you know what, we're gonna help you do this. And that's how they got there.
Absolutely.
Nobody ever did it. Even though it sounds good.
It sounds good. It sounds good. You know, I know you came in this world by yourself and that's how you leave. And I get all of that. But at the same time, while you're here, especially to progress, especially in America, honey, you need a team, you need a support system. And that's on period. In order to elevate to your goals the way that you want to elevate towards them. And that's going to take people pouring into you, pushing you, supporting you on the hard days, supporting you, whether it's mentally, emotionally, and financially. You're going to need people that's going to be putting in energy, blood, sweat, equity into you, you know, to get you where you want to be. And then when you get there, don't forget where you came from.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because as long as you take care of the team will take care of you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big thing on loyalty.
Absolutely.
I'm all about loyalty. It's like, hey, if you down for me, I'm down for you. It's just simple. For life.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
What they say, 4L.
You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, and that's just how I am as a person.
And you should be. So. You have a good energy about you.
Thank you. So you as well.
Oh, thank you.
You know, so, you know, I go off vibes and energy when it comes to people, when it comes to business, when it comes to everything. Because,
as you should.
You know, because words are what they are, but you can feel when someone mean you well. You can feel when someone is interested in what you're trying to do. Right. Or interested in you.
Or interested in using you.
Exactly. You can feel all of that. You can feel energy. Okay. Even when someone says, "Oh, it's no problem," you can feel the energy. You know, words. A person may not tell you, but they'll show you.
Keep that third eye open, because you never know people's intentions, and you don't want to realize it after it's too late. Exactly.
You know,
so DawnDe1, tell me this. What exactly do you look for in your music audience and your clients in the real estate? What are you looking for? Because I want my elite fleet to tap in and work with you. I want them to know and want to know everything about you, so that they can be your client and be your audience. So tell me what you look for in both.
Well, when it comes to music, core my fan base, they listen to me because I always have a message. Whether it's we just getting lit or we get turning up or I'm speaking deeply on a subject, people listen to me for a message. So that's the reason why I take my time when I create music. Because I don't just want to create what everyone else is creating.
What kind of messages you
get what I'm saying?
Sending?
It depends on the song. You get what I'm saying? Like, like I said, I can, I've made like certain like lit songs,
Mm-hmm.
like Make It Rain,
Okay, that's not the
club
strip club
anthems, you know
anthem
what
right
I'm
there.
saying? And then there's certain songs, like I said, I made stress free, and
Mm-hmm.
it comes with a deep meaning. So that way, because sometimes life can get stressful,
Yes, it can.
and knowing how to stay positive in all situations, and that's why people tap into my music. Now, when it comes to business, and dealing with real estate or just any form of business,
Okay.
when I work with people, I like to see the passion. You can tell whether or not someone really is interested in really changing their life.
Yeah, you
And
can.
you can also tell when someone is just
Talking.
talking and
Or
wasting your
wishful
time.
thinking.
Yeah,
But not really putting the energy behind it to actually get there.
Exactly. And I like motivated people.
Mm-hmm.
That we're gonna do business. You're motivated. You're calling me more than I'm calling you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so you calling me. I'm like, cool. I done got my team. We already on it. You know what I'm saying? So that way we can go on and quickly help you with your situation, because there are some people out here that's really going through it,
Yeah.
and they really need they need a lifesaver.
Wow.
They need people like myself and yourself that, hey, I got this problem. Can you help me?
Right.
Now, can you help me?
Now.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, of course. So let's get the ball running.
Yeah, so if they need to get out of a home fast or get into a home fast, and you got the lifesaver for them.
Exactly.
Y'all heard that, my Elite Fleet.
We got
if you're trying to sell a house or you're trying to get into a house ASAP, you make sure you tap in with DawnDe1, get in that man's DMs.
Exactly. So we're here to help everyone.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad that you have created an opportunity and a platform for people to be able to tap in with you to, to get help when they need it. Because I used to be a homeowner, and it's a big deal. It's a lot of responsibilities, and it's not so easy to get into or get out of.
Exactly. And the team of people that I'm working with are motivated themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just talking. They're in the field right now, selling homes or helping people buy homes. So all I gotta do is pick up the phone, call one of my people, hey, such and such need this.
Right.
What can we do? All right, well, let me call you right back in 5, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Call me back, let me know something.
Nice.
So,
okay, answer ASAP.
Yeah,
Okay, I like that.
Like I said, I believe in loyalty.
Yes.
And I believe you're only as good as your team.
That's true.
And that's what I have. That's what
nice.
I have.
Okay, because we switching gears back and forth from business to music. I'm going back into the music.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing some performances in Atlanta in 2026?
Of course.
Woo! Talk about it.
Yes, of course.
What you got planned? Because we got the summer around the corner, baby.
I want to perform in some shows in the summer. I want to do A3C. I don't know if are they doing A3C this year?
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that this year.
Okay.
So I'm definitely, doing it. And so I definitely want to perform and put together even like a series, even if it's a summer series here in Atlanta. So I have big plans. Big plans for this year. I believe 2026 is going to be that year. Not only for me, but a lot of artists.
Let me tell you something. On March 3rd at 3:33 a.m., we had a lunar eclipse.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people slept on it, but our spiritual beings was tapped in, baby.
Yeah.
A lot of people experienced fatigue, a lot of sleeping, a lot of changes going on in their energy. Whether it's, releasing negativity, feeling stronger. Literally a couple days ago, today's the 6th.
Yeah, you're right.
So with that said, with that lunar eclipse, a lot of our old practices and a lot of the barriers that was holding a lot of us back were shedded.
Nice.
So I want y'all to take that in, okay? Because your mind need to know that's the past.
It's done.
Everything that you want moving forward is going to happen. You have to put your mind in the spirit of knowing that, because the literally the moon aligned for you.
You're right about that, and I love the moon.
Yes.
I love to
So
know.
when you say 2026 is the year,
It's the year.
you know that it is meant
Oh,
on
yeah.
so many different levels. You
Oh,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I know it's definitely the year for you. And this is the
Promise
first
you.
time I got Don in the studio. The last time he was on the show, he was on
We was on the
online.
phone. He was like, yeah, it was nice though. It was nice, and that's the reason I brought it up because, you know, I will get personal in this detail.
Okay.
Okay, so when we did the interview, I think a couple of years back, like I said, I was dealing with a situation, a lawful situation, and yeah, me and my team, my people, we was trying to figure things out because sometimes you can help people, sometimes you can't. And what I did was try to help, and then sometimes some people try to make you out to be this bad person when you're not. But because thankful to the stars, the universe, and the higher ups,
Mm-hmm.
making sure I was good. Yeah, so that's the reason I'm here now.
Yeah.
So me and you did an interview a couple of years back. I just got back from the beach. Enjoying the ocean, and at the same time, I was like woosah and trying to figure things out. And so it's a proud moment to be here with you right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know back then whether or not I was going to be able to make it through that to be here. And I'm happy to be here with you.
And look, and you did. And you did. And you're here.
Exactly.
And 2026 is looking good for you.
Exactly. For the both of us.
For the both of us. And you got a strong team behind you, and you're going to help save a lot of people getting into houses and out of houses. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So that's a lot of people out there that you are meant to help.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of people that you are meant to touch by your music.
Hey, I'm here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're going to make it do what it do this year.
Yeah.
For real. We're going to make it do what it do this year.
Well, is there any other thing that you'd like to share with my elite fleet and your audience?
Oh, man. Is there?
Yeah.
We didn't touch so much, but it's always more. It's always more. Just look out for music. I will be at 404 Day in April.
Yeah.
So if you do want to tap in with me, me and my team, we will be there. So just come by, and even if you want to just say hi or you want to talk business, we will be there.
Okay. And what should they look for so they can know it's you when they find you?
Just look out for the Dickerson Brown Realty Group, and we'll be right there. I have water just in case people might be a little hydrated.
They're gonna be dehydrated.
We're gonna have merch, and we're gonna have all kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
And this is 404 Day with at Wolf Creek Amphitheater with I Love the Plug.
Yes. So we're looking forward to that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're going to be there. I'll be there as well. Look forward to seeing you. And you guys, make sure, if you haven't already, follow Tayson Perel. Okay. All right. And make sure you follow his YouTube at DawnDe1. Okay. Because he got that music that's going to touch your soul. And that's the kind I like, y'all. That's going to touch your soul, give you a message, and, turn you up in the right proper way. I'm always good for a good positive turn up. And I like music and artists that come with that type of energy. So thank you, DawnDe1, and thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, this will not be the last time. We will be back.
Yes, because I need updates.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoyed my guest, DawnDe1. It's Miss Kia Waters, and I'll see you next time.